The other day, a friend said that everyone in his family is a poet. And I said, my God, that's such a benediction. And if I could read something they'd written. And he said, nobody writes anything, but they are all poets. It made me pause. It made me think. This is Sunil Bhandari, and you are listening to Uncut Poetry. Yearning and other things we carry in the journey. Do keep looking at me with that careless gaze, even as I realize I'm the only one who weaves words as if they matter. I realize your presence is not my right, so let me take your name as if it's the most natural thing to do. I stay, hoping that your circumstances have one thought at least which carries my name. Because unknown to you, you wound me. You, infuriatingly, are also my balm. My prayers start for redemption and then stop at you. So, if in the middle of a sentence I become tongue-tied, if you find me silently looking at you, do understand that buried inside me are words despairing to come out, to find their independence by tying themselves to you, you, my unknowing, carefree love. Do understand that buried inside me are words despairing to come out, to find their independence by tying themselves to you, you, my unknowing, carefree love. Who are we if not people who live on hope, thought to thought, day to day, year to year, often knowing about possibilities, often just whistling in the wind? It could be a change of fortune, a lucky break, a chance encounter, a person we'd always loved. Everything, even what seems to be the minutest of an incident, has the potential to change lives, and more often than not, it does. And until it does, the hope binds us to invisible tethers. Gurus talk about yearning as they talk about the journey and remind us not to lose the experience of what we go through. To know that the journey of feelings is often more precious than what we finally get. The untetheredness of anguish, the ecstasy of possibility, the world building, the smart turn of phrase, the laughter, the look, the sheer joy of something which could only be defined as tender. That is the road to finally getting something. Heartbreakingly and retrospectively, when we finally get what we wanted, who we wanted, how we wanted, it is often bereft of glory. Compared to the striving, what we finally get seems so much lesser, less glittering, less flawless, less satisfying. And thus go things in life, and thus do love stories find their beginnings, their middles, and their ends. Too many affairs end at the consummation, and it would be a tragedy to have that as the only remembrance, and not the tease and the expectation and the imagination and the excessive giving and the extravagance leading towards it all. And because of that, every story stands stunted. Its rich repository of the best of what we human beings are capable of lying discarded with a sheen of regret, as if it meant for nothing, when the truth is that this is what we actually live for. This is Sunil Bhandari, and you are listening to Uncut Poetry. If you enjoyed this poem, rate it on Spotify or leave a comment on Apple Podcast. And I have a lovely newsletter called The Uncuts, which is like a Sunday dollop of warmth and fun and beauty. Subscribe to it. The link is in the show notes. And if you loved this episode, please do share it with someone you love. See you next week.